sometimes the simpler is the better and the more efficient. In other words, Joshua hits a lot harder than Fury. Joshua's a lot more basic than Fury. And sometimes basics are actually better than being so vastly dimensional. So we'll see. One thing we know, this is fire versus fire, power puncher versus power puncher, strong man versus strong man, and the strongest, smartest, and sharpest will win. And we played that big, Francis Ngannou.
And those are the words of Ngannou's trainer, Mr. Cooper, breaking down his prediction of Francis Ngannou versus Anthony Joshua. And as you heard him say, Anthony Joshua hits a lot harder than Tyson Fury, but is a lot simpler than basic than Tyson Fury. And he said sometimes basic is a lot more effective. And let me counterpunch. I think Tyson Fury has many dimensions. He's been doing it longer, so he should be more advanced than Anthony Joshua as far as boxing. However, the basicness of it, that can be dangerous simply because boxing is an equation. Styles match styles, and it's up to the fighters to exploit the way that they win the fight based on what they do, based on their technique, based on things. And it's not very complex things when it comes to fighting. Certain things that seem difficult come with the most simplest equation. Like he mentioned, Anthony Joshua's basic, but basic can be more dangerous. What he meant by that is basic things you do, certain small adjustments you do in a fight can cause you the most success, the most progress. Okay? And I think that's what they're worried about. See, with Tyson doing this, that, all around the world, and then back and he gets punched in the face, they respect AJ's punching power. That's what I get from this. I don't take, looking at this description, shout out to FightHype.com for the interview, but, it says, calls Anthony Joshua basic. What he's saying is he's basic, but that's what makes you more pragmatic. That's what makes you get the job done based on the certain things you need to do to win the fight. You don't have to do 10 things when you only need 3. Okay? That's what he's saying. And if you're really good at doing those 3 things, what the hell you need the other 7 for? That's what he's saying. I don't think this was a diss at all. I think it was more of them knowing that, hey, AJ does certain things and certain things well. He can't do as much as Tyson Fury, but he doesn't need to do as much as Tyson Fury because he fights totally different from Tyson Fury. But he knows and he understands, say, hey, this is going to be fire versus fire, and my guy's ready. We've been doing this for way back in 2016, so we simplified it by only sticking to boxing. And in 4 weeks we were ready, and we had 14 or whatever the amount of time he had to train Mr. Ngannou. Okay? Fire and fire, I think that's appropriate. I think that's the right term for anything, for this fight. Because somebody's gonna get laid out. This is not gonna be Tyson Fury trying to survive, doing this, doing that, because he underestimated or whatever the case is. It may be down to inactivity, because the last time he fought was in December, and then he fought in November the next year. So he didn't do anything since then, last year. Okay. So that may be some part of it, if we had to look for excuses, which I don't know a lot of times. He went in there and he knew what he should have known, what was in front of him, another opponent. That's why you don't take cherry picks lightly like that, or cherry pick / money grabs. And I think Tyson Fury was getting accustomed to the huge amount of money that he wasn't accustomed to making in other fights. Okay, so I think he was just pretty much milking the whole, reality of getting paid, and ran into a wall with Francis Ngannou, and that wall was definitely a problem. Okay, but anyway, you guys tell me what you think of the trainer of Francis Ngannou stating that Anthony Joshua is basic, but just as dangerous, hits harder than Tyson Fury. Tell me what you think. Please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunched. Peace.